Marine Le Pen cancels meeting with Lebanese cleric after refusing to wear a headscarf. French far-right presidential candidate Marine Le Pen, aka the French Trump, canceled a meeting on Tuesday with Lebanon's Grand Mufti after refusing to wear a headscarf for the encounter. Le Pen is on a visit to Lebanon to boost her foreign policy chops. She met with the president and prime minister on Monday and was scheduled to meet with the country's top Sunni Muslim cleric. When Le Pen arrived at his office, one of the cleric's aides tried to hand her a white headscarf to wear. After a discussion with his aides for a few minutes, she refused and went back to her car. And then, in a case of he said, she said, the cleric's office said Le Pen was told in advance she would have to wear the scarf, while Le Pen claimed she said in advance she would not wear it. French law bans headscarves in the public service and in high schools. Le Pen wants to extend the ban to all public places, a measure that is seen as targeting Muslims. Le Pen is hoping her anti-immigration and anti-EU platform can ride her into office on a populist wave, similar to Trump's election and the Brexit vote. Do you think Le Pen should have worn the headscarf? Say no to safe spaces on YouTube. Support TomoNews at patreon.com/TomoNews. Fan of scarves? Then watch these.
Angry male relative drags high school girl from class by her hair for not wearing a hijab. On Wednesday, police in Columbia, Missouri arrested 53-year-old Dr. Yusuf Z. Umar on suspicion of felony child abuse. Dr. Umar is accused of going to Hickman High School last Tuesday, where he saw a female relative of his. According to the Columbia Tribune, Dr. Umar became angry the 14-year-old girl wasn't wearing a hijab, or headscarf. Police told the Tribune that Umar grabbed the girl by her hair and dragged her out of the classroom. Then he dragged her down a flight of steps, slapped her face, and dragged her into his car. Dr. Umar posted $4,500 bond on Wednesday and was released. Dr. Umar's own LinkedIn says that he was formerly head of the English department at a branch of the University of Benghazi in Libya. And according to Fox News, between 2008 and 2013, Dr. Umar received PhDs in English education, linguistics, and translation studies at the University of Missouri, where he was a teaching assistant in Arabic. The school says that assistantship ended in July. Dr. Umar is also managing editor of the student journal Artifacts, in which he wrote, "It is very hard for some people to be away from their own culture because they find themselves confined to the deep-rooted beliefs and customs they acquired and learned from the communities in which they were born and raised. Such people see themselves as fish taken away from water. Yet, with the assistance of language, people can adapt to the new culture. When people get assistance with language to live a new lifestyle in an alien culture, they can change their behavior and tradition to accommodate the alien culture." Looks like he should have taken his own advice.
French PM stokes outrage with booby comments. Frenchies are going tits after Prime Minister Manuel Valls suggested tatas better represent the country's freedoms than headscarves, just days after a court overturned a French city's controversial burqini ban. At a speech on Monday evening, he reportedly claimed the semi-topless French icon of everything Marianne's bare bosoms are a better icon of the Republic's liberté than veiled women. Now, we love boobs as much as the next guy, but let's think about this for a second. If Marianne was walking topless around modern-day Paris, she'd probably be hounded by the cops and charged with public indecency. So Val's comments are just as stupid as a ban that stops people from wearing what they want at the beach. Vive la liberté, oui? French water park cancels private burqini event. A water park close to Marseille has axed a one-day private event booked by Muslim women who were going to wear burqinis. Water park officials and French authorities said in a statement that they wanted to preserve public order, following outrage and debate sparked over the event. The organizers, Smile 13, had scheduled the event for September 10th. Women attending were required to wear swimsuits that kept them covered from the chest to the knees. The group also mentioned that two pieces would not be allowed. Smile 13 said that since announcing the event, they'd received bullets sent in the mail. Right-wing politicians and some local officials then got their panties into a collective bunch, complaining the event went against legally enshrined secular values. The park announced on Tuesday that it had canceled Smile 13's reservation. Maybe Smile 13 should think about holding the event in China instead, although there they might need to cover up even more.